Hi guys, it's Jay from Ayaba's Wynd. I am so sorry. For some reason, the camera cut off. So it cut off when I was talking about negative spirits that could potentially attach to you. Okay, so let me just review the cards that I pulled for you. We're going into the advice for you, and I'm going to start not from the very beginning, but close to the beginning. Okay, so you got the Ten of Air, but it came reversed. So that means that things are subsiding. The backstabbing, the gossiping, the slandering, people trying to hurt you, your enemies trying to get you, that is over. That cycle is ending, okay? It's a 10, it is the end. So celebrate and be happy. You got the Seven of Water, which is the Seven of Cups, okay? So the Seven of Cups talks about indecision. It talks about daydreaming and fantasizing. Well, it came reversed. So basically, your dreams are going to come true. The whole being indecisive, that's over with. That's over. Being indecisive is over. Now things are actually solidifying. Your dreams are coming to fruition. Okay. You had the Four of Fire. Okay. The Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands, but it came reversed. And it shows these holy men, these spiritual men going to bring gifts and treasures, okay, to someone. Okay, so this came reversed for you. So that means that you have gifts, you have blessings coming in, but there's a bit of a delay, or that these blessings are coming in very slowly. All right, but they're coming slowly. So you have to continue to do your prayers, your meditation, your spiritual baths, and your mantras, okay, that are listed on my on I think the featured channel, all right, to help to bring that into fruition, to bring it, to manifest it into your life, okay? But the blessings are coming. So whatever that dark cloud was that was over you, it is now lifting. So it's time to celebrate. Um, you have the Devil that came reverse, okay? And so that means that anything that anyone threw on you, any brujeria, witchcraft, or dark curses, spells, hexes, whatever was worked on you, that's over. Okay. Your spirit guides and protections have kicked in. Whether you pray or not, your spirit guides are protecting you and they are turning this around, okay? And they are defeating the darkness, the negativity. They're defeating people's egos. They're defeating people's pride, okay? They're defeating the unhealthy relationships and attachments. And addictions, okay, and it's everything is turning around. So it's a time to be cheerful, to have great happiness in your life for the month of September 2019. The other card that I pulled was Oba. And Oba is the feminine aspect of God that deals with love and relationships, but like serious relationships. She deals with marriage, matrimony. And she also, her energies are found in the cemetery as well. Okay. And she basically writes the names of the dead who enter into the cemetery. Okay, she is the secretary. She keeps track of all of the people who have crossed over. But Oba also rules love and relationships, like I said. Okay, so Oba is coming and she's announcing that she's here. And she wants you to love yourself because Oba teaches us lessons in self-love. Oba, in some of the stories that are in my tradition, it talks about Oba cutting off her ear and putting it in the soup because she thought her husband would love her more because she gave an actual body part to him. But when Shango, her husband, um, drank or started eating the soup or the stew, he saw her ear in the soup and he saw that her ear was missing, and he got very upset and he was totally and completely disturbed by this. Okay, so this lesson is Oba is saying don't do as she did. You got to love yourself. You got to love yourself first so others will love you the right way. Okay, they'll treat you with respect and kindness, and you will get everything that it is you need. But Oba wants you to love yourself first, and she is here watching over you, watching over your relationships, and she wants love, romance, passion, desire, and commitment for you for the month of September, potentially into October and November. Okay. And then finally, we have a beautiful card. We have the Three of Fire, which is really the Three of Wands in traditional tarot. And that means, in traditional tarot, it means waiting for your ships to come in. But this is actually a bounty of blessings coming in, of blessings of wealth. It could be wealth in love. It could be wealth in finance. It could be a new job. It could be um, children, anything that represents wealth and stability and happiness and fulfillment. Okay, so these are exciting times. We don't know the time span in which this is going to come in, but this reading is for September 2019. So just keep your eyes open for the next 3 months. If all of your blessings haven't already started coming in, they're going to come in soon, because remember, the 10 of see, the 10 of swords, the 10 indicates the end of this cycle of suffering and new beginnings for you. Okay, so I'm really excited for you guys. I pulled your Odu cards, so hopefully I can get through your Odu cards again, which is the advice to help you to stay on your destiny. Okay, and so your candle went out. All right, so let me start with Odu. So your first Odu, I'm going to put the focus on Odu now, not me. It talks about the peonia bean doesn't know if it is red with black or black with red. Okay, so the peonia bean it's a red and black bean. You've probably seen it. You can Google it, okay? But this saying, the peonia bean doesn't know if it is red with black or black with red, it talks about confusion. It talks about something not being clear, okay? And so Spirit wants you to get clear about certain things, all right? But this particular Odu has to do with men and women, or relationships, okay, and love, okay. And so Odu, which is the doctrine that guides us into fulfilling our destiny in the most positive way possible, is confirming the presence of Oba, because Oba talks about relationships. She talks about relationships between men and women, traditional relationships, although you could be a man with a man or a woman with a woman, but it talks about matrimony here. So it announces matrimony. It announces a wedding. So it could be that a serious commitment is coming for you. It could be that someone is going to propose to you, or you're going to propose to someone. It could be that an engagement is coming. It could be that if you were torn apart from a lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, that you are going to be reuniting and rekindling, okay? Because this Seven of Cups also talks about daydreaming, but those daydreams are over. That fantasizing is over. The multiple options are over. Like you're finally coming to the end point where things are solidifying and coming together. It talks about here that men are at war with women, okay, and that Oba is trying to heal this, okay. She's trying to heal this, try to work on this. So you can do things that cultivate love and passion and happiness in your relationship, um, and that's really pampering yourself. Um, you know. Giving someone roses, or receiving roses, or taking a rose bath, things that are going to like cultivate yourself, cultivate love within you, so that you can break this war that is happening between men and women. It could be happening within your relationship, it could be happening at work. Spirit is saying here that you got to watch for blood disease, okay. And so blood disease could be, I think, herpes. Is it herpes? No, it could be HIV. It could be AIDS. It could be leukemia. Anything that takes place in your blood. Spirit is saying that you may not have blood disease, but to go to the doctor to get checked to make sure your blood is fine. So get your blood work done. Okay. Um, it's saying here that dark spirits may attach to you. And so where do you pick dark spirits up? You can pick dark spirits up on corners, okay? Lots of things happen on corners. People have gotten killed on corners. Um, they've gotten hit by bikes. Um, there have been car accidents on corners. People have been shot on corners, especially if you live in the city, in the urban environment. Okay, so there are spirits that are not evolved. Um, that tend to roam in this world. And you can tend to pick them up, especially if you're spiritual, because this Odu is talking about that you are spiritual, you're a spiritual being. You may have been spiritual at birth, and whether you know it or not, um, spirits can be attracted to you. And that is not just good spirits, that could be dark spirits as well. So it's saying you got to be careful of going to hospitals because people have died prematurely in hospitals for a number of different reasons. You have to be careful of going to funerals and wakes and cemeteries and all of that because clearly people have died, right? And so you have to do a lot of spiritual cleaning and prayers. So what spiritual cleaning can you do? You can clean with Florida water. You can get this on Amazon.com. You can go to your local botanica, pick this up, pour some in your hand, rub your hands together, smell it, and, put it over your head, the back of your neck, your body, all the way down to your feet, and shake 3 times, okay? And shake that negativity off. And you're going to see that, your mood will, your dark mood will subside and you'll feel lighter. Your spirits will be lifted, okay, from whatever negativity that is. You can keep the Florida water in your car, especially when you come from work. You can clean off, but especially around spiritual stuff or where spirits have died, where people have gotten hit by cars, um, have where people have gotten killed. So just be careful because spirits tend to attach to you. You have to continue to do your prayers and your meditation, your mantras. I have mantras listed on my playlist, Sanskrit mantras, and then I also have Jason Gallant, my featured YouTube channel. Um, you also should sage yourself. So I always sage the area. So you can get sage yourself, sage the area. You can also mix sea salt with water, warm water in a bowl. And after you physically bathe with soap and water, then you pour it over your head to cleanse yourself. And the salt cuts negative energy, okay? It's saying here, do not tell your secrets, because they will no longer be secrets. You can't trust your information with people at this time. And this reading is for September, but I would say it covers up to 3 months. It depends on how fast you're evolving spiritually, how much prayers you do, mantras, meditation, okay? Either you or your mate may have heart problems. So you definitely want to go to the doctor and get your heart checked. If you're feeling heart pain or if you're feeling aches in your neck area, or if your arm is falling asleep, it could be the beginnings of potentially a stroke. Okay, so check to see if you have heart problems by going to the doctor. Watch for people blowing powders on you, okay? I know there's like different celebrations you may go to. People may have baby powder, blowing powders on you, okay? But this has spiritual implications, okay? People may blow powders on you to cast a spell on you. Okay, and people do that. There are people that do that. So be careful of that. Be careful of where you eat because it's saying spirit is saying that they may put something in your food. They may try and work you. Okay, you have the devil card come. And that talks about brujeria and witchcraft and hexes and curses and spells and negative energy, okay? But it came reverse. So that's showing me that your spirit guides are working to battle that devilish energy, okay? But it's saying be careful of where you eat during this time. People can spit in your food. People can say words over your food to make you do what they want you to do, okay? And they can put bodily secretions in your food to control you, And yes, it sounds weird, it sounds disgusting, but people do it. Okay. Be careful of trusting someone you had tragedy with. Okay. Sometimes people they flip on you. They flip on you. So you got to be very careful. Um, if you're a man, it's saying here that you have a lot of women and you could potentially have a lot of children. Okay. And with this, it can bring a lot of confusion. So be very careful about who you connect with romantically, okay? Because having all of these women, it can breed resentment, it can breed anger and frustration because these women may want your attention. And so it can bring forth women who are very angry, and therefore, these women could potentially work to curse you, and that can bring on bad luck for you. All right, in love, in health, in work, in finance, and all of that. So you really don't want to upset anyone at this time. Okay. Um, the other Odu that came, the spirit wants you to be aware of is this is where the curse was born. All right, so you got to be very careful of people cursing you. The Odu that came before, the message that came before, talked about you very spiritual. Um, but how, but it talks about curses, and I think a lot of the strife, the struggle, um, the resistance that you were going through these last couple of months, this summer, late spring and early into summer, had to do with people cursing you. Okay, this is where the curse was born. You could have potentially been born cursed. Someone could have cursed your mother for having you. Okay, they could have been upset. It could have been a woman who wanted your father, and so she cursed your mother. She cursed your birth. Okay, it could have been a grandparent that cursed your birth because they didn't want their son or daughter to be with your mother. And as a result, they got pregnant. There's so many different ways to view that, okay? It's saying that if you have, that you're stubborn, and that you don't really like to take advice. But I call down your spirit guides and protections, and they're giving you advice for a reason. And so, with that advice, if you're watching this video, you are now responsible and accountable for the information that you receive. And so basically it's saying here, if there are children in your house, they may become sick. So just be mindful and monitor your children to look to see if they have any signs and symptoms. Their belly hurts, their head hurts, their throat hurts, because it could mean that there could be some sickness. Spirit is announcing sickness here. If you are a female, you may have menstrual problems. Uh, you may not have your period. And because you don't have your period, you may have problems getting pregnant. And so you may want to go to the doctor to get that checked out. Okay. Um, it's saying here that don't enter into other people's affair. Don't enter into gossip or bochinche. We call it gossip. Don't enter into that gossip because that can bring bad luck to you. Um, if you're sick or if you've been sick, spirit is saying that you could have been in bed for a while. Like this sickness could have been bad, and it could have been brought on by the people that cursed you. Okay, it doesn't have to be someone who's a priest or a priestess, someone who actively practices spiritually. Someone can use their words to curse you. Everyone has the power of Ache, the tongue, what you can manifest. And when you speak with passion, when you speak with emotion, you can bring things forth. You can be destructive with your words, with your Ache, or you can build things up. And so people who are angry with you could have cursed you. And that's why the devil came. But it came reversed, okay? And this is why you see all the birds dead because of the curses and the hexes and whatever spells, trabajos, whatever was worked. Okay, and so it's saying you got to be very careful here. You should be wearing a lot of white because the white will cut the negativity. Wear white on your head. to steer clear of confusion, because remember, you're trying to get clarity on situations. It's saying here you could lose your head. Um, so, out of being very angry, someone could say something to you and you can just go from 0 to 100 real fast. You could black out, someone could get hurt, in worst case scenario, killed. So you got to be very careful here. This is a hot do. Um, you got to wear white. You got to do a lot of white baths, okay? If you go on to my community section of the page, there's the recipe for a white bath. Um, and so you got to stir it with your left hand, saying prayers that you need clarity, protection. After you bathe with soap and water, you dump it from your head down to your toes. You air dry. You put on white. You wrap your head in white. You stay calm. You could either light a candle, do some prayers, do some meditation, do some basic mantras, okay? I like Jason Gallant, and I like the Sanskrit mantras because these mantras are easy to pronounce, and you say it 108 times. You could do it morning and evening, and you're going to see things start to turn around for you. It's saying to keep your head cool, okay? Do not get in arguments. Don't get into anyone's business. It's saying here that you have problems sleeping, that you don't sleep well, that you may potentially be a bit suicidal. You could have had suicidal thoughts. Um, and just keep in mind, some of this may resonate with you, all of it may resonate with you, or none of it. Okay, this is a general reading. So, but this is what Spirit is saying. Um, it's saying here that you may receive news of a death. Okay. So just keep your ears open. It could be from a distance. It could be a death from someone who lives in another state, another city, or another country. Um, It's saying here that you need to mind your business, or you could lose your sight. So basically, if you get into other people's business, that's going to bring osobo, which is bad luck. It's anything bad that can happen to you. It's going to bring it, but the bad luck will manifest itself through you losing your eyesight. Okay, so you got to be very careful. Or it could be that you get in a fight with someone, they stab you in the eye, your eye gets poked out, gouged out, and you lose your sight. Um, it's saying here, Spirit is saying that there's news of a pregnancy potentially. And so remember, Oba rules relationships, she rules love. And so matrimony is announced here. So just keep in mind, you could be hearing that someone is pregnant. Um, Spirit is saying that you may suffer from cramps in your legs, your arms, your stomach. So be very careful here. Um, Also, it's saying that you should not eat the insides of animals. So do not eat any livers, hearts, intestines, um, anything that has to do with the innards. So that includes sausage, and that includes hot dogs, because they cut up the innards of the animal and they stuff the casing with all of these innards. Okay, this could cause sickness and it could cause cancer. So you should go to the doctor to get checked if you're eating these things on a regular basis. Okay. It's saying that you could have spiritual problems in your house. Um, because there are spirits that are lurking. You need to spiritually clean your house, smoke your house out with some sage, some frankincense and myrrh. But you could see manifestations of spiritual entities in your house. You could see cracks, leaks. You could hear movement in the house. There could be light flickering on and off, issues with plumbing, electrical issues. These are all signs and manifestations of spirits in your house, okay? And with that, you have to say prayers, spiritually clean, sage, put salt in the corners after you pray over the salt. You got to hook your house up, okay? We can't have any spirits in the house. Um, it's saying here that definitely check for tumors or cancer. So going to the doctor again is very important. This Odu, where the curse was born, talks about growths. It talks about tumors. All right, so you really need to consider getting a checkup if you're having pains, or if there's any growths or lumps anywhere. All right. Um, Prayer is very important for you, and going out into nature is even more important because you're connecting with God, the God source, the God energy, all right? So it's saying for you, if you can go to a river or go to a top of a hill, that your prayers will be made very powerful if you can pray at these points in nature. Okay, because there's a lot of spiritual stuff going on. Okay, got the people throwing curses at you. You could have been cursed at birth even, or people cursing you at work. You got a upset baby's mama, baby's father, whatever it is. Okay, um, you have potentially brujeria or witchcraft, something that's been thrown on you. And so prayers are going to be very important at this time. It's saying here, don't take care of other people's children. Please don't. Please don't. Not at this time. Okay? Why is Spirit saying that? Because something could happen to the child. The child could get seriously injured in your care. The child could make up a story about you inappropriately touching the child, or the child could die in your care. Okay? And so it's saying here, it's warning you. Don't take care of children that are not yours. Okay? You handle your own children. That's it. Don't babysit. None of that. Okay? It's saying here, don't curse others because that curse will come back to you. You got to hold your tongue, please. The whatever curses or hexes or spells that have been sent to you, whatever brujeria has been sent to you, your spirit guides have got this. Okay, they've got it. Why? Because the devil came reversed. So it's saying you're fine. You're fine. Everything is fine. Everything's going to work out. Um, so just be mindful of saying prayers, saying and being prayerful. Um, do not sleep in the dark, okay? Because like I said, there's spiritual issues happening around you. Do not sleep in the dark. Put on a nightlight. Open up the blinds. You should not be sleeping like you are in a coffin. Because the darkness pulls negative, low level energies, low level spirits, okay? And they could shake your bed. They could touch you at night. They could be making noises. You can see things, hear things rattling, all of these things. That's a no-no. So don't sleep in the dark. If you can't, if the light bothers your eyes, put a mask over your eyes. Do something. All right, but do not sleep in the dark. Don't let sick people stay over your house if you can help it. If someone's sick, lives with you, then you just got to continue to spiritually clean. But don't let sick people stay over your house, all right? Because it's saying here that they can get sicker. And they can get sicker because of the spiritual issues that you have in your house. They're already compromised. They're already weak, right? And so because you have spiritual issues, you have spirits that are in your house that you're trying to get under control. These spirits will seek out the vulnerable, okay? That's babies and elderly people and people who are sick, okay? So you definitely have to be mindful of that. You should do 8 marks over your door. You can do it with white chalk. You could do it with what we call cascarilla. Cascarilla, you can get it online at Amazon.com. It's eggshell. It's powdered eggshell, which has very protective qualities, and it will protect you from um, evil spirits, dark spirits coming in to your house. Sometimes you get hijackers. Spirits just are attracted to your life. And so when you're walking out in the street, you could pick them up from work. They come home with you and then they wreak havoc in your house. You're having arguments in the house. You have this general feeling of being unsettled, feeling unsettled. Okay. And that's an indication that you may have spirits in your house. It's saying here that you should put a white flag over your door, okay? Because that invites, um, angels of the light, the God force, okay, to protect you. Um, with this letter, with this energy that's coming for you for September, It's saying here, do not divide your room up. Don't divide your room up. So if you have an open space, do not hang ropes from one end to another and do divisions, okay? Because the energy here, it can pull phenomena, okay? And you don't need any more phenomena in your life than what's already there. All right, so don't divide your room up. No eggs at this time. Do not use egg. Do not eat eggs. If you can help it, do not eat eggs. Okay, and if you gotta eat eggs, don't eat the yolks. Don't eat the yolks. Just eat the whites. Whites. But it's saying no eggs at this time, because eggs are sacred, to particular spirits that are trying to protect you. Um, it's saying here, it's saying nothing under the bed. You put stuff under the bed, it can um, clutter things up, and it can invite spirits. Okay, spirits like to be in boxes, empty bags, empty bottles. Get rid of empty bottles, bags, empty boxes in your house. Get rid of it, because the spirits hide there, and then they can breathe there. That's a place for them to be. And yet again, get your blood checked. In the previous Odus is talking about getting your blood checked. There could be something with your blood. It could be sickle cell anemia. It could be the trait. It's something with your blood that could be going on. So get that checked with the doctor. And, it may sound a little crazy. Don't kill ants. Do not kill ants. Ants belong to a particular Orisha, which is an essence of God. And so this Orisha is basically standing up for you. This particular aspect of God is standing up for you and trying to fight for you, to protect you against these things, all right? Trying to help you to evolve. But this particular Orisha owns ants. Though the ants are his minions, if you will, okay? So the ants bring blessings. Try not to kill ants, okay? It is saying here, Spirit is saying, be yourself and don't live other people's lives. It's very easy to do. You go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, you see everyone, on all these exotic vacations, bragging about, their relationships and, whatever. And so, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. On Instagram and Facebook, people generally 98% of the time they put on a good face. They put on their masks to make everything seem perfect, but behind closed doors it's a hot mess, okay? So don't go coveting other people's lives. Just be concerned about yourself and tend to your own garden and cultivate yourself and grow yourself, okay? Be careful of drinking with others. Don't search through your mate's belongings. Don't carry weapons. No arguing. Um, Spirit is saying you're a good organizer. You could tend to be a little maniacal at times, a little OCD with it, okay? Just don't go overboard, because perfection can be death for you, okay? It can make you sick. It could cause you to worry and focus your energies on things that you don't need to focus on, okay? Um, when it rains, keep your head covered. Don't let rain fall on your head, because we have Odu. There's stories that are spoken about where rain can cause confusion. It shrinks your head. It doesn't actually shrink your head, but spiritually, raindrops are not good to fall on your head, okay? Because just think about it. The rain comes from the sky, and it falls from the atmosphere. It falls miles. And in those raindrops, it cleans the sky of all the soot and of all the garbage, of all the dirt in the atmosphere, okay? You don't need that right now. You're trying to get clarity. You're trying to get clear, okay? Through meditation, prayer, white baths, spiritually cleaning your house, wearing white, sleeping in white, wrapping your head in white, all of these things to get back on track so you can get your blessings, which are waiting for you. Be careful of overdoing it, overindulgence. Be careful of overindulgence with food, sex, drugs, alcohol. Okay, Spirit wants you to watch for these next 3 months. You want to get your blessings. You need your head to be clear. So handle your business, okay? Like I said, The phenomena is occurring all around you. You can be in denial of it all you want, okay? You could hear people around you that live with you that are that make mention of something. There could be a flicker in the television. The lights could dull out. You're hearing noises. You see things out the corner of your eye. There's phenomena that's happening. So you guys got to spiritually clean your house. Mop out your house with ammonia. And take that water, either dump it down the toilet, or if you live in the city or there's a sewer outside your door, dump that out. Get it out. Okay, because ammonia cuts negative energies. Negative spirits, they can't handle the ammonia. Think before you speak during this time, and speak softly. Don't speak harsh to people. Leos tend to be full of themselves. I'm a Leo myself, okay? I am such a Leo. But I have learned my lessons. So listen more than you speak. All right. Your health, again, is coming up. Something with your health. Spirit wants you to know there's something with your health. Go to the doctor and get checked. It has to do with you potentially eating too much sweets, too much sugar, too much salt, too much fatty foods, fatty meats. Go get your blood checked. Go get that checkup. It's time. Don't take foods that people push on you. Spirit is saying don't take foods because someone could have worked the food. They could have said prayers over it. Not prayers, but commands over your food to make you do what they want you to do. They could have put in bodily substances to put you under their spell. And it sounds weird and crazy, but people do that. Okay. It's saying don't let people get drunk at your house. You got to limit the fish that you take in as well. No pumpkins, no fish. What else? Watch the foods that you eat, and no eggs. No white food. You got to be careful of all white foods. That goes for rice, things with flour, sugar. You may be on the verge of potentially being diabetic. Got to watch it. You're feeling lightheaded after you eat rice. You're not feeling right. You're feeling sluggish. That could be the beginning of going into possible coma. You may not have been formally diagnosed with diabetes, but you could find out later on. Okay, we don't need that to happen. Don't let people get drunk at your house. It brings bad luck. Okay, you got to keep your house free and clear of people's drama. You already got your own drama in your house. You don't need other people bringing drama up in your house. Okay. Don't walk or do anything in threes at this time. That's danger. Danger. Okay. Threes. That means no extramarital affairs. No side chicks. No side guys. Okay. Because that can bring forth HIV, STDs, herpes, problems. Okay. And Oba talks about relationships. Oba she does not like a disrespect of marriage. She does not like disrespect of relationships, okay? And the disrespect is, inviting third parties into your relationship. And there's punishment for that. There's consequences for that. And Spirit is telling you, like, look, you do it, you're going to pay for it. Okay? Don't walk under ladders at this time. Do not walk over holes. You're walking in the street, don't walk over those sewer grates. Don't walk over the subway grates. Don't walk over those manholes in the middle of the street. No holes at this time. No broken floors. It's danger. Because it's saying here that spirits can enter in through, there's phenomena that occupies these holes, these openings in the ground, in the earth, and that you could take it in. okay? Because you have many openings and holes in your body. And these spirits can go up into your body and through your holes and manifest sickness in your body, depression, mental health issues, mood swings, all of this. No horseback riding, no skating, no biking, no motorcycles. This can all lead to serious accidents at this time. You want to keep your blessings. You got blessings coming in, okay? All of the strife is ending. You want to keep your blessings. So if you hop on that motorcycle, you better say some serious prayers, because Spirit is telling you. I called your spirit guides down. They're telling you, don't do it. You could get in a serious accident, okay? That could potentially cause paralysis. Don't turn your back to the street, and don't lift anything heavy. You can hurt your back. You're vulnerable at this time. Also, last but not least, the walls have ears. It's already talking about you have phenomena in your house. People could be sending spirits. They could be sending spies to your house to get information. Okay? They could spiritually send their spirits to your house to listen to what you're saying. Then the spirits can show them images, or let them repeat your conversations that you've had in the privacy of your home, believe it or not. Don't let your plans be known. You're planning on getting married. Matrimony is being announced here. Mentioned it. You're planning on getting married. Please don't go on Instagram. I'm getting married. Mm-mm. No, no, no. You have haters. There are going to be people that try and sabotage that. Don't announce plans that you're going on vacation. People will try and sabotage that. There's jealousy. Okay? There's envy. Leos are unique in and of themselves. Okay? And that in its of itself breeds jealousy. So don't add fuel to the fire. You're trying to get things right. Okay? If you make your plans known, if you abuse this privilege, you will lose your wealth. All right? And your wealth is trying to come to you. It's trying to come. It's trying to come. You got these holy men, these spiritual men trying to bring the wealth to you, but it's slow. It's coming slowly, but it's coming. We need to turn this around, okay? So the blessings are coming. I'm going to pull an angel card or two to see what the archangels have to say, and then we will go from there. All right? But I'm really excited for you, Leos. I handle my business. The spirit guides wanted me to handle my business so I could help you handle your business, okay? And like I said, I started to read you last week, but then the reading started coming up for me because I was neglecting what I had to do. So I handle my business, and now this reading is for you. So you got to go for it and make things happen. Okay, I guess the spirit has spoken. Okay, there was one card that came out. Archangel Ariel wants to speak to you. And what Ariel is saying, courage. Courage. Okay? Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Be courageous and stand up and fight. These last couple of months may have been rough for you. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get moving. Be proactive. Whatever spells, curses, hexes, evil eyes, bad luck you had, shut it down. No more. Because all the blessings are coming in for you. And I'm so excited. Spirit is saying, sorry, be courageous. Have courage. You got it. That is Leo right here. That is the lion's energy, courage. This is a beautiful reading, Leo. I am so happy. Take this information and run with it. I want to hear great things. I'm so excited for you for this month and the next couple of months. I will see you towards the end of the month for your reading for October. Enjoy and be proactive.